Alright. Hi, I'm Sailor Moon, and I'm Sarah URANUS here. And today I really know that the film we made yesterday really should have had you in it, but it is what it is. And since, there's probably a lot of things we do want to need to do, gotta make a whiff 2 out of it. Now, whiff 2 out of this is this going to be talking about why some folks had a hang up, a downside, or a bind with it in Sailor Moon. Now, in case you're just wondering what we're talking about, homosexuality. Now, yeah, that's a Helleny borrowed word, learned word. I don't know what the English word for it would be. Probably gotta look it up. But now, a lot of folks now, you know, folks now, they now have more understanding of it, more tolerant of it, and more accepting of it. And it's not as, bad as it once was. Well, it never was bad. Let's put it that way. One's pick was who they were, who they, wanted to be with and stuff. That was never bad. But there was a time where if someone's selfhood was that way, then it would be deemed as, bad when it wasn't bad. See, it's not a big thing anymore, but back then it was, especially when it came to children. Now, I get it. You have to be lifelike, and in true life, there are folks who are like that. So it would be, lifelike to have some selfhoods that are like that. But say on my show, at least the English one, when Deacon Pioneer did it, was for kids, and some thought that would be bad. So yeah, Deke had to do some cleaning. That's why Zoisite became a female. That's why, even when it came to Sarah Uranus here and Sailor Neptune, I don't think we'll ever get her doll, but had to be cleaned and then called nearkin, even though that was not that didn't really do good, but they had to do something. And as far as Fisheye had to be a female because cross dressing was, I don't know. Now Sailor Moon does got some points here. Yes, why was it in it? My guess was that it was lifelike, and that there are folks who are like that. And today, it's not not that bad anymore. Today, more folks don't really more folks learn about it, or more accepting of it and tolerant of it, and some think but that doesn't mean to say there aren't still some folks out there to think it's bad or something or stuff, and there probably are. Now, did Kunside or Zoisite or Millikite or Zoifite, did they doing anything bad? No, they didn't do anything bad. But Deke didn't want to get in a hang up, a downside, or a bind with any bearers who said, I just had their children want to show, and they had two selfhoods who happened to be homosexual, whatever they were. Or I just watched another show and we had two of them who were obviously lovers, but then they were called nearkin. And I had other ones that one was a cross-dresser. Yeah, well, even though Deacon Pioneer had to do their cleaning on it, I'm sure that it is what it is. And then you're going to have folks out there that thought that it should not have been done at all. Well, back then, the minds, the way folks thought, what folks believed, and what they thought should or should not be on the far seer it's not what they think should be on the Farseer now. I'm not saying there aren't folks out there that still think that's bad or something, but back then it was what it was. So yeah, some would say that, just say at the end of the day, was it handled right? Well, Deke did what they had to do. Pioneer did what they had to do. Now, if Sarah Uranus would put it, if my first run was done today, Seek is that the cleaning would have not been done. It would have just been, okay, they are what they are, you know. But back then, there were a lot of folks out there who felt that was wrong, that you couldn't have that on there, even if they weren't doing anything that was wrong. So that was the way it was handled. At least, and it was handled probably in a way that at least, it was handled in a way at least they thought that, nobody would, be upset over. Yeah. But in my mind, I think Zoisite will always be a female. So it's just the way it was, Sailor Moon says. And so was Fisheye. And as far as Sarah Uranus and Neptune here, yeah, well, you're talking, I'm right here. Yeah, I know. Being near kin, I don't know if that was a pick that would have worked, but it was more good than not doing nothing. But why was it in there? I guess to make it real and make it lifelike, since there are folks who happen to be that way. So I think it was lifelike to do that, Plus, we all got to remember that my film show was actually made for adults, I believe. Maybe even kids, but what they thought was you shouldn't do on the Farseer was a little different then, but unlike what it is now. I'm Sailor Moon. I'm Sarah Uranus. See you later.